Okay. All right. So we're recording our morning mat with props this morning. Today we're going to use the Theraband. We're going to do a pretty good upper body and lower body workout. Of course, we always do core. And if you just see me giggle, that's because it's so loud here. And so if there's anything that you need to use another prop for, if we bridge and you want to put a ball underneath your hips, or you need to, we're sitting up straight and you need your block or a fem roller, please feel free to grab that. So we're going to start, we're going to kind of follow the reformer flow, but just add a little bit more variations with legs and upper body. So I want you to have a seat on your mat, and if, again, our legs are going to be out in front. We're going to do footwork, but with the band. So if you want to be up on your block, you can. And I want you to open up your band and wrap it around your feet. So sitting up tall, let's see, you can see my feet a little bit better. I'm going to go into my Pilates V, but it's really more about my heels being together. I don't have to have my feet pulled out. I really just want to find that inner heel connection. And I'm going to lift up through my low back. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to point and flex. And I've got my heels really squeezing together. And point and flex. And point. Oh, no, you're hearing me. And flex. And point and flex. Do that 4 more times. 4. As if we're pushing away, and then still you want to have your core on. Last one. Now, I want you to separate your feet out and feel the tension in the lateral line because your band is so tight around the sides of your feet. And you're going to point and flex. And 2 and flex. 3 and flex. 4 and 5 and 6. Good. 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Now put one band around one foot, so slide one out, and I want you to just do some nice ankle rolls, about 5 in each direction. Good, and then reverse that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then switch that other foot, right? And just having some little bit of load to help me really strengthen that ankle. Good, and then reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slide both feet back in. We're going to lie down onto our mat for 100. We're going to keep the band around your feet. So use your band for support to roll yourself down or roll to your side and set up. And again, you do not have to lift your head, neck, and chest if your neck is a little tight. You're going to hold on. So you see I still have that band tight. Lift that neck and chest. Now use the band to assist to bring the legs up, right? You could even tighten up a little bit more. You want to have a neutral pelvis, and then you're going to pump those arms. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. And exhale. 3. And exhale. 4. And exhale. 5. And exhale. 6, and you can be doing this with the arms down and legs bent. A few more. Last 2. And 1 more. Excellent. Hug the knees in. Take 1 foot out again. Extend that leg. Anchor your pelvis, and we're going to do single leg circles. Now, this standing leg can either be anchored and you're pressing your heel in to engage your glute, or you can work on getting that lengthen in front of the hip. So a little turnout, you're going to cross out across the body and out and around to the side. And 2, let's do 8 in each direction. 3, use the band to assist with that mobility. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, reverse, out and around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, and last one. Switch to the other leg. All right, either anchor or extend down, little turnout, cross over, out and around in 1, 2, 3, right? Remember, engage your opposite oblique to keep yourself from rolling. 2 more. And then come to the top and reverse it, out and around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, last one. Now bring it in, put both feet in. We're going to do a double knee stretch, kind of to replace coordination. So we're going to just push out and back in. If you want to add the head, neck, and chest lift, like coordination, you can. If you want to press out, and if you also, another option is to, let's go ahead and pull down on the straps. You're lifting your head, neck, and chest. You'll just extend the arms and then bring it back in. Good. So let's do that 8 times. Push, resist, and 2, resist, 3, resist, 4, try to keep your tips of your shoulder blades down. It's real easy to want to come up higher. Good, 3 more, and 2, 1 more. Now, we're going to add the open close of the leg. So just like we did with the footwork, they're not going to open up much, but it's going to turn on the lateral line. So I'm going to push out like coordination. I'm going to open my band, close my band, bend my knees, lower myself down, okay? Press out, open, close, bend, lower. 2, open, close, bend, good. 3, open, close, and head doesn't have to come up, right? And 5, and 6, open, close, and 7, open, close, last one, and lower down. Okay, so we're going to come up off our back and start our rowing series. So either grab a leg, roll yourself up, turn to the side, which is always safer for your back, and put your strap around your feet. Again, we're sitting up tall. You want your natural curve, so if you want to bend your knees, you can, or sit up on a block. Open that band back up. All right, well, here's where we're going to add some additional arm work. So we're going to start with the archival work, which is a row. So you're going to choke up into your rope, and your shoulders, your elbows are right below your shoulders, and you're just going to pull like you have 2 oars in towards your chest and resist. All right, so let's do that for 8. 8, holding my natural curve in my back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you always adjust your band to the resistance that works for you. Last one, bicep curl. So I like to keep my arms up, so I might choke out of that a little bit. And curl, elbows to your shoulders. 2. I'm sorry, fists to your shoulders. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one. Chest expansion is the last one. Out to the side, nice and tall. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. All right, so now we're going to add on. I want you to cross the strap, choke up for a mid-back row. This is where we squeeze, get the elbows way back, squeeze the shoulder blades, but keep your upper abs on so your ribs don't flare, and return. Do that 8, 8, and 7, 6, 5. Keep your neck long, and remember, you do not have to even use the band. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Okay, hold on to just one band, keep the other one out, rotate as you pull back. 8, 7, keep your hips square. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bands are so great because you can regulate the tension so quickly. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Now, I want you to keep them crossed, pull your elbows up close to your body, and you're going to do external rotation. So maybe not as much resistance as you think. It's a small move, palms up, and you're just going to externally rotate and then come in. Externally rotate, open that chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Now the last one, you slide down to the very end. I'm actually going to uncross them for this, so I have as much. I'm going to hold my elbows. You can see I have my band is loose up by my shoulders. That's in itself is hard, just to use the cap of the shoulder. Make sure your spine is long. What you're going to do is rotate up and down. 8, 7, really working in that shoulder cap. 6, if the weight is too much, do it without the weight. Get just the range of motion, right? That in itself is work. Do 4, 3, 2. Now you're going to hold them here straight up. 8. Ooh, burn. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and last one. Excellent. Okay, those should be pretty worn out. Let's use our band for our ab series. So just take it off your feet, get back down onto your back. We have 2 more arm series. So don't worry, we'll get more of that. All right, so ab series, ab 5. We've already done your 100. So the first one's going to be single knee stretch. Remember, you do not have to use the band if that bothers your shoulder. Legs are going to come to tabletop. I'm going to hold the band over my chest, and then I'm going to lift up so that it reaches over my knee. You can stay down. You can also put the band under your hips, right, and create a tricep contraction for this move. Okay, so do what works for you. All right, we're going to do 8. Go ahead and go 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Hug the knees in. All right, double knee stretch. You always have the option not to take the arms overhead, but the challenge is to keep your abdominal connection when you do reach away. So if you just need to work on the lower half, that's okay. Legs, head, neck, and chest comes up. Anchor your hips, press out onto your band. Reach, but don't lose your abdominals, and bring it back in, reinforce. 2, the center should be your focus. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. All right, straight leg scissor. If those legs are heavy today, you can always wrap the band around one foot and assist with that scissor. So legs come to tabletop, lift the head, neck, and chest, optional. Legs come up, pull out on your band, 1 and 1. Maybe use that band as a target to pull that leg towards you. 4, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, when I lift my head, neck, and chest, I don't tuck my chin and look down like at my belly button. I look towards my feet, almost as if I'm lifting it up on top of a tall pillow, so I can keep my natural curve of my neck. Double leg lowers. So remember, the modification is hands under the hips. Lift the head, neck, and chest, right? So I'm reaching my head. I'm not tilting it back. I've got this big tall pillow underneath it. I'm going to reach and exhale. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more, and come on down. All right, set the band to the side. Let's do crisscross with hands behind the head. Because this one you kind of have to lift the head, neck, and chest, so it's nice to have that support. Legs come up to tabletop. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Right leg goes out. Reach to the opposite side. Rotate. And then hold that high as you rotate to the other side. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. Let's do 8. 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. And hug the knees in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go onto our side. I want you to face where you can see me and take the band around the top leg. All right, so we're going to do our sideline series here. Support your head. We're going to use the band. But we're going to add on to this. We've kind of done the same 4 or 5 exercises, but there's an entire series of sideline. Hips on stack, and I'll video all of that if you're just like want to burn out your legs one day. Bottom leg can be bent, extend it out, legs slightly in front so that you can maintain neutral. Lift the leg. Pull this in towards the hip. Lift your bottom waist so your spine is straight, and then go kick, kick, and to the back. So you'll lose that spring, that band tension coming forward. 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 more. Up, down. So heels together in an external rotation, but heels are glued. You're going to go up and down. Pump, pump. 2. Notice how the band gets loose. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more. 8. Now we're going to do big circles. You're going to go forward, up to the back, and around. 8, 7, 6, get that outer hip on. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and then we will reverse it. Back up and around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Now, just bend those legs and rest for a second. So now we're going into a new series. All right, extend the legs out in line with your hips. Glue them together, and you're going to lift both legs up at the same time. Lift, feel that inner thigh on the bottom leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next one is called Rondéjean. You're going to bend the knee, right? The band may or might not stay on. It needs to be on your toes. You're going to bend the knee, right? Slide up, extend, and lower down, right? So if you lose the band here, right? I'm not going to worry about it. And 2. Draw up, extend, 3. This is a nice hip opening. 4. And 5. And 6. 2 more. 7. In fact, if you've managed to keep the band on, let's take it off for the last couple exercises because it might just make it difficult. All right, the next one is hot potato. The great thing about this is it works your internal rotators. So you're going to lift your leg and then internally rotate so your toe is pointing down. And you're going to go in front and back, and 2 and back. So the challenge with this is the hip has to let go in order for the leg to internally rotate. And sometimes that's difficult. Good. And this way, without the band, you can anchor into your back a little bit more. Good. I lost count, but I like this one's 4 and back, 3 and back, 2 more, and last one. Now, the last one. So the second series is a little bit more challenging. This is a single leg bicycle. You pull the knee into your chest. Reach the leg out with a flexed foot towards knee. Sweep it to the back and eventually point the toe. Bend the knee. You're trying to get your heel to your glute. Mine's not touching either, but there's that hamstring contraction. And then rotate through the pelvis to bring it forward. So we're just going to do 5 in each direction. You kind of have to go slow until you get the pattern. To the back, heel to the glute, rotate through, pivot through that hip joint. And sweep back, bend, and rotate. 2 more. This helps you work those hip flexors right here that get tight and weak. And last one, then we'll reverse it, make it even more complicated. So you're here, you keep the heel as close to the body as you can and rotate back. There's that hamstring again. Keep the leg behind you as you extend the leg. There's hip extension, glute, and then sweep it forward. Bend into your chest, pivot through your hip, reach to the back, right? And you're going to see that reaching next when we lay on our stomach. Reach, good. 3 more. Single leg bicycle, giant wheel. Last one. Reach. Excellent. And then let's just end with that leg down and maybe add that rotational stretch since we like that on Tuesday. And you'll feel the obliques stretch out as well. All right, we're going to repeat that on the other side. That leg should feel like it got a nice comprehensive workout. So let's do the first set with the band. So turn around or turn away. All right, you're on your side, support your head, legs slightly forward, bottom waist lifted, pull the band. Lift the leg, flex. You're gonna kick, and to the back. And you'll see I like to wrap it around my toe to help me get that flexed. Now, since I don't have my hand to weight into my back, I gotta anchor this bottom leg. Good. And 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Up, down, heels together. Now remember, we have that rond de jambe and we don't have the band on that. So use this to really stretch that leg up there. 2, pump, pump, 3, 4, scratch on my nose, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Big circles. Use that band to help find that mobility. 1. So 2. So we're counting to 8. I went to see Amy Mirswell, the PT, yesterday. She had to dry needle some spots, but I had her do some muscle testing, and my left glute is now stronger than my right. I've always been talking about my left lazy glute. I guess it's not that lazy anymore. All right, I think that's 8. I need Nancy off of mute to help me count. Reverse it. Up and around. 8, 7, 6, 5. So it's good to know where your weaknesses are. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you do, you can always do extra reps, but sometimes it's just knowing that you have a weaker side and activating it more. Good. Let's do one more. And then I won't even attempt to hold that band for the rond de jambe. So I'm just going to take that off, line myself together. Oh, we're going to lift the legs. It's okay if we don't have the band. All right, so lift, because really it's the bottom inner thigh and lower. All right, we don't need that band to help lift that leg anyway. 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now we're going to do that internal rotation. So anchor, lift, turn. So it's not just turning the toe down. It's internally rotating from the hip. This has to release. These have to turn on. Oh, just doing that burns. And back. This, they call it hot potato, because normally they count 8 and then 7, 6. You'll see that when I video it. Good. But if this one hasn't been, we haven't been doing this one, we need to include this internal rotation, because it helps release the outer hip, especially if you pronate your feet. Good. And 3, and 2, one more. And then the rond de jambe, then bicycle. So slide, that knee goes to the ceiling. So it's an external rotation now. Lift that leg up, sweep it down. Up and down. Four. Good, 4 more. And 3, engage around the hip and the inner thigh. Don't just move from the joint. Last one. All right, bicycle, 5 on each side. This one's parallel. Pull the knee into the chest. Extend the leg out, flex foot. As you reach, you'll point the foot, right? Hold on to your mat if you need to. Bend. Can you get to your heel to your glute? And then curl in. So you might not touch your heel to your glute, I don't, but you need to feel the hamstring. So this is glute here because you're in hip extension, hamstring because you bent the knee, hip flexor to pull it forward, and stretch that out. Good. 3, 2, always want to miss that hamstring at the back. Last one, reach, I just bend the knee, but feel the hamstring. Good, now reverse it. Keep the heel to the glute, reach it back, hamstring and glute. Now more glute, sweep it forward, bend. Rotate, reach, 2. 3, 4, reach, 5. All right, let's complete that. All right, lie that leg down, rotate, stretch. Let's go to our stomach. So if you think of your core not just being about your abdominals, it's your hips, it's your back. And so we're gonna have the band in front. We will use that in a minute, but let's just start by giving ourselves just some extension and understanding alignment. Pubic bone and hip bone down. If you can press the heels together, don't turn out, but keep the legs parallel with the heels together. And if that bothers your back, then you open, okay? Hands right beside your, under your shoulders, elbows down. Just think about reaching your chest forward, not like we're trying to get our hip bones off of the mat. We're just trying to create some lift in the chest, opening and extension in your upper back and lower back down. Good, do that 3 more times. And lower back down. And 2. And last one. Excellent. Good. Now, take the legs, separate them slightly, and extend the arms out. Grab your band. You can put it in half if you want to. We're not going to be pulling on it a whole lot, but if it's just got too much length. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to hold the right side down and lift with the other palm, okay? So this is my right side. I'm gonna drop my head. So I'm gonna go a little wider than my mat. I'm gonna lift the band and lower. I want the activation to be on the outer side of the arm. Let's do that 8. 8. So it's almost like you're pulling it out at the diagonal. 2, 3, 4, 5, stomach pulled in, 6, back bones open, 7, and 8. Do that on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Just trying to get that activation like pulling strap. Now we're going to swim. I'm going to reach my arms forward, but get my shoulders away from my ears, lift my legs, let my head float up, and I'm going to swim. I have the band between my hands, but as I swim, I'm going to keep that activation on the outside of my armpit. 10, 9, 8. That's making you dizzy. Just drop the band. Don't look at it. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So let's take the band behind your back. And let's get a little chest stretch. So close your grip as much as you can. Slide the arms up. Before we do anything, I want you to just push the band down the thighs, roll your shoulders, and give yourself that little opening of the chest. Now, once you're here, if you can lift, great. If not, don't stress the shoulder. So let's do that 3 more times. Draw it down, lift, lower, and in. Think about your rowing arms. I'm gonna go a little wider on my band. I don't want to put strain on my shoulder. I want my mid back to activate. Good. And last one. And now we're going to do our double knee stretch from our mat series. So slide your arms up, glue those legs back together, turn your head to one side. We're going to do 4 on each side. Kick 1, 2, 3, reach, push the legs down as you lift up, and go to the other side. Kick 1, 2, 3, reach, and lift. Turn the head. 1, 2, 3, reach, and lift. Turn the head. 1, 2, 3, reach, and lift. Again. 1, 2, 3, reach, lift. Last one. 1, 2, 3, reach, and lift. Now, I want you to just move the band, put your hands underneath your forehead, give those arms a little break, parallel your legs, and we're just going to do some glute lifting to get ready for bridge. All right, forehead down, just lift, and I don't want you to feel any rotation. So anchor into that hip bone. If you have a hard time, use that little band, put it under that hip bone, kind of ball it up, and that'll give you the cue, right? That you're pressing into the band, keeping the leg parallel. Squeeze that glute, lift, and lower. Do 8 more, because we always need extra glute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really like the band under your hip bone. So even if you don't think you need it, try it on the other side. All right. I'm going to tuck it under my opposite hip bone. We did about 12. So as we kind of got the feeling first, and then we counted to 8. All right. Everybody have that opposite hip bone, parallel leg. Let's do 8, 7, stomach in, back long, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right. Sit back onto your heels. We're going to go to a seated position again. All right, if you need to, stretch out your back, but hopefully you really don't feel that tightness in your lumbar. You feel it just along, you like that you're lengthening. Okay, so this time we're going to put the band under our hips. We're going to do our rowing series, hug a tree and shade. So open that up. Ideally, it would be even on both sides. And then sit your bottom on it, and it can even be under a block, right? All right, nice and tall. We're going to grab the bands. We're going to do rowing from the chest, and we're going to keep the back tall, so there's no forward fold. So think belly in, backbone's lengthen. You're going to press up. You're going to lower the band, lift the band, and then circle lap. So now that back is ready for this. And up, down and up, lift, and then you lose the tension. Press from the chest. Don't lose the length of the spine as you lower and lift the arms. Good. And 4, lower and lift. And 5, lower and lift. 3 more. 6, lower and lift. And 7, lower and lift. 1 more. 8, lower and lift. Excellent. Now, we're going to crisscross the legs for your hug, right? If you want to keep the legs out, I'm going to slide out on my band, hold my stomach in, my backbone neutral, and do my hug a tree. 8, 7, 6. Oh, just holding those arms up is tough. 4, 3, 2, one more. Excellent. And then for your shave. So you're going to take them behind your shoulders, right? I usually cross my hands when I have a band, right? Just to hold it. Elbows wide. Now what's going to happen? Our ribs are going to want us to engage your upper abs, low abs, lengthen your back. Get that down behind your back of your head, but keep your chin lifted and go straight up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, little short arm series there. Now we're going to go into your back for your glutes. So up off of that band, lie back down. This series you've seen a lot. Bridge and then single leg with the strap. So let's start with the band across the thighs. It can even be down here by the hip. But this is another great, way to use to open the hips and to make the glutes a little bit more resistance. So anchor your feet about 2 fist width apart. Press your band down to the floor. Lift up, flat back glute for 8, 7, 6. Now pretend like you have some energy between your inner thighs and don't let those knees rock out. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now put the strap around the right foot. All right, and we're going to bridge, single leg bridge. So we're going to lift up with that other leg. I have my left, right, as my stabilizing. I can hold my band however I want. If I need my arms to split that strap, you're going to go down and up. 2, 3, 4. Don't lose the outside edge of your standing leg. 5, 6, 7. We're going to hold it up there. We're going to do a longer step. We've been doing glutes for a while. Bring it right by the knee, bend the knee in, and we're going to do 8. And we're going to do 4 combinations. 2, holding this leg up there, or this with this glute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7. Now add it together. It's an up, a down, a bend, extend, and 2. Down, bend, extend. 3, bend, extend. 4, bend, extend. Last one. I think I said I was only going to do 4, but there's 5. Excellent. Lower down. Switch to the other side. So 8, 8, and 5. All right. So other side. You want, as soon as you press it to the heel, you want to feel that glute on that opposite, that same side, turn on. So we're going to lift ourselves up. All right, stomach pulled in, activate your upper core as well. Down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right by the knee, bend it and press out 8. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now combine it, up, down, bend, extend. 2, keep that glute on. 3, bend, extend. 4, 1 more. Excellent. 5, and lower down. I lost count. Okay, so I want us to stay right here, and we're just going to do a little bit of abdominal work before we come up to kneeling. So bring one leg to tabletop and then the other. Neutral is always a great way to work. Now, so that means you're anchored on your pelvis and you have space, but it's very small. Your back is not, you're not pulled in unless your back's hurting today. All right, you're gonna toe tap one leg and the other. I want you to focus on how you're lifting the leg up. It should be from your internal obliques and your psoas. Inhale, exhale. Good. Alternating. All right, let's do one more on each side. Now, I want you to alternate that a little faster. So it's going to be 1 and 1, almost like a jog, 2 and 2. And I want you to feel here, like you're doing a high knee run. But isn't this nice because we're on our back? But we can focus on these hip flexors, getting them stronger. For a lot of people, if you sit, they can be tight and weak. If you stand all day like I do, they're not tight, but they're weak because I don't ever pull my knee up. So this is like a new go-to for me. And I want to feel that little burn. It's not really burn, it's just a fatigue in the front of my hip. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, because I'm not a runner. 2, 2, last 1. All right, set the feet down, open the knees out, let that stretch. And then we're going to do double leg, but you'll find that it's probably more rectus abdominis than these hip flexors. Bring that back up, one leg and then the other. Reach both legs down and pull. Oh yeah, I got them to turn on probably after that kind of running set too. 3. If you can't touch the floor without arching your back, 4. Maintain the same amount of weight on your hips, but don't bend your knees to do that, right? Keep the angle of the knee the same. This is the angle we're working. 4 and 3, 2, last 1. All right, so we're coming up to kneeling. So if you need a kneeling pad, roll up your mat, get a towel, and we're going to put the band underneath one knee. Now, you can do this standing if you have a long enough band. But I'm going to go kind of to the edge just so that I know that I have plenty. All right, so this is going to, I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see me. We're going to add on to here as well from what we've done. All right, get on time. Okay. So it's under my right leg. I've got it in my right hand. First, I'm going to start with my swakati. I'm going to put my arm out to the side. So there's 2 ways to do the elbow. The elbow can be here and it can be here. This is your typical swakati where the elbow and hand are in line as if you have a wall right beside you. So test your resistance and then decide if you want to go, have less or more resistance or none. All right, so let's do 8 and 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. We're going to add a side bend. So if you're like, ooh, I might need to give me a little bit more, you're going to lift, you're going to reach, you're going to go back. Good. 1. My Tesla's going to get all in my face. I'm just going to gather that. 3. Now, that was a bad one. I don't want to push my hip out. I want to lift out of my waist. 4. Lift. Side bend. 5. Side bend. Get those obliques. 6. 2 more. Oh, my shoulder. Should have given myself more resistance. Last one. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go into a single arm lotus. So I'm going to go, I want a lot, right? That my shoulders are already tired. Take both hands out. You're going to lift and lower. 2 and lower. 3, one side weighted. 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one. Good. Now we're going to put it behind us and pass it to the other hand for some triceps. So it's kind of wrapped around. So hand here, here. You're going to pull that elbow. I don't have my hair put a ponytail, so watch your hair. And go straight up. Tricep on the opposite arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it back around, go really low on the tension, and we're gonna do obliques on the other side. So it'll pull you down, and then you want resist. So this side is the side we're working. So now we're working this left side. 2, up and over the hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. Then we have 1 more on the left. 7, last one. Excellent. Now pass it in front to the left arm. We're going to add, okay, so the knee bend is optional. If you have bad knees, what we're going to do is we're going to kneel and pull, but you do not have to add the kneeling, okay? So just to kind of help with getting the quads lengthened out. So I'm going to go down and pull. 8, 7, 6. There's that scaption again that we did on our stomach. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right. So hopefully you forgot about your right arm, but now we got to work the left. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the last 3 exercises. So it's under my left. I'm going to take it behind me to do tricep because I just finished off on my left, so I don't want to wear it out. All right. So get your elbow, right? Your bicep as close to your ear as you can, right? Because if you're here, you're working a little bit differently, right? Than straight up. And you're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, stomach in, backbone's long, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Now we're going to put it low down on the left hand, right? You can take your hand here for oblique, right? Reach out of that hip to side bend and lift. Work this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You got to get that lift and then contraction. 7, 1 more. Then we have that shoulder raise with the knee bend on the right arm. Right, so I'm going to go further out. Decide if you want to have the knee bend. You drop into a knee bend. We're trying to keep the knees healthy if we don't have issues with them. 2, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one. All right, now for that left arm side. Squat-a-tee, right, straight up, and then we'll add the side bend. So nice and tall, straight up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, add the side bend. I'm going to loosen up a little bit on it. Lift, stretch over. It might pass in front of you. It's okay. 1, and side bend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 more. Last one. And then that lotus arm, right? We're going to go up, both arms, lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. All right, set the band to the side. We need to do a forearm plank to do, we kind of go in and out of core exercises. And then we'll do some kneeling work for the hip again. If we're okay on time. All right, we have a few minutes. So first of all, let's go onto our forearms. Reach the legs out, find your plank, and just hold here for 30 seconds. Find your breath. Look out in front of your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, sit back. Okay, so no band, just kneeling leg work. Again, if this is not good on your knees, you can lie back down on your side. We're just gonna bust out one quick set on each side, and then we'll be done. So the kneeling mat work, which is a challenge, the arms go out and you tilt to one side. Now, if I have my block, don't, but I have my foam roller. This sometimes is easier because I don't have to reach all the way to the floor, right? Extend your other leg out. Hand can be here or all behind your head. We're going to lift this leg and we're going to lift. We're just going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Notice this angle. 3 should be straight. And then 8 circles in each direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last little burnout of that hip. Press that hip back, reach to the opposite side, and let's do that other side. All right, so if you don't have something to support your hand, you have to go all the way to the floor. So the angle, right, can sometimes be jeopardized here, or maybe I roll into it if my hip is tight. So this is a good option. Okay, same thing on the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, circle, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. Pay attention to my standing leg foot, right? I saw it in the camera doing like this, right? That was me cheating. It needs to be in line, hidden. Good. Did we reverse? I think we did. Finish that up. And then step back into that heel. All right. Let's just get yourself a little shoulder stretch because we did a lot of upper body today. Stretch up and over. I'm going to take the recording off, and then if anybody has any questions. All right. So let me stop.